Hi everybody, this is Mugatu, and today I have for you guys a very cool padlock to pick. It's the brand new Medeco AWP, which stands for all-weather padlock, which contains a M4 core, the latest generation of Medeco. It's hidden under this weather cap that you just twist open. And if I can get the focus over here, we have the M4 core. It's a very beefy lock. Weather cap has a rubber gasket. Just align the two lines, twist. Got the stainless cable to prevent any loss. I think just this accessory sells for a good amount, so don't want to lose that. We have the key here, which is the well-known pin tumbler with the rotations. So we have 6 pins, each requiring a different rotation, either minus 20 degrees, 0 degrees, or plus 20 degrees. But which is new on this generation is the sliders. We have 4 sliders, 1, 2, 3, 4. The third is an interactive one. It picks a bit differently, but mainly it's a bit easier. It's more for key patent. And the rotations and the sliders interact with the same sidebar, so it gives a good amount of job. Works as you'd expected very well. We've got ball bearing for the shackles. There's another rubber gasket in there, drain hole. Yeah. And if you want to remove the core, it's hex screwed on this hole, which is hidden by the shackle when in lock position, a bit like some alloys. So let's lock this up, put it in the vise, and see how picking this goes. Just scramble the pins, get some tension in there. Just making sure it's not gonna slip during picking. That is quite annoying. Well, that should hold. And let's get to it. It binds from the rear first, so I'll go directly. Oh, I forgot to mention, this lock also has the famous barrel drivers and the matching countermilling. So you can expect a good fight just to get every pin to shear. Alright, so playing with pin 6, trying to get it in the right rotation. It's a bit springy. Pin 5, a bit springy. 4 is clicky. 3 is stiff. Feels alright. Pin 2 needs a minimum lift. Click. There we go. Pin 1 sometimes binds, not yet. So 6 is still very springy. Alright, got a click from it. 5 feels good. 4 also. 3 also. Probably pin 1 now. Got a click from it. Another click from 6. 5 is still springy. 3 feels good. 2 also. 1 gave another click. Oh, I felt some plug movement. Let me check the sliders. 1 is springy, 2 is springy, and 4 is springy. So, nope, we still have something in the countermilling. Just probably one last click somewhere. I think it's 5. Just try to get it without oversetting. Feels good. 3 also, 2. Five has me hesitant, but feels good. Just not as clicky as the others. But no, the sliders are still springy. Nope. Slider 1 is catching on. Alright. Well, we might be onto something. What could cause this? 6 is clicky. I think 5 is missing me. I think it's stuck in the countermilling. And was that too much? Maybe we got what was lacking. Got a nice click on the interactive third. That's a good sign. Oh. You got in even deeper in the sliders. Unfortunately, I think I've overset one. Okay, so if slider 4 needs to be lifted, it's very stiff. I need to counter rotate a little bit. But you don't want to drop the top at the same time. I have to release some tension because sliders 1 and 2 might be overset. Alright. Hopefully I didn't lose everything. And these false gates can bind pretty hard. They have an extra ledge to catch on the sidebar, and it does a good job. Alright, let me double check. Slider 4 can be a stubborn one. Okay. Slider 1 is in a false. Slider 2 is in a true. Third is good. And 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 is hard to reach. Alright, let's try slider 1. I think the 4th dropped again. we're still stuck on a false gate. And slider 4 it is. I'm trying to set it, but something else dropped. Double check the top row. At least if you're cautious, you don't lose. It's easy to drop the top row, but it's not absolutely going to happen. So the interactive and third had to be set again. Now I need to reach that fourth one without it dropping. This pick is slipping, but this one doesn't reach quite well. I'm stuck between two flags right now. Let's try number 1 again. Well, slider 4 still is in the lower gate. Gotta get that guy up one gate, but the others want to drop when I do that. There we go. Very nice battle. Nice. Alright. Pretty happy to get this on camera. Is this a reasonable amount of time? I'd say so. So as you can see, they did a good job on upgrading that that plunger they had in the M3, which was basically a gate check to tell you if you had your pins in the correct gate or not. This one actually puts up a battle when you have the correct bitting. It's the second M4 I have, and this one has the fourth one is a higher set cut. Minimum lifts are kind of let down because you only lift them once and they fall directly in the true gate. But these high cuts are required to go through a false gate before getting in the true gate, and I'll show you how they're made. There's something that makes it a bit more difficult. Alright, so I'll try to get the camera in a more presentable orientation. Let's not drop anything. Alright, so proceeding to the gut. We will, as mentioned, remove the screw down this hole. It's a 2mm if I recall. And you have this piece, which is the lock retainer. We have the lock itself in there. Inside, if I can show you without blocking the view to the lock, there's also another rubber gasket at the end. So they really went with the extra effort of making this padlock weather resistant to the max. Time will tell if it works well. And for the main gutting, since I have a key, I will lock this back up. Move out of the way. We have this very happy smile plate at the rear. this little guy here. And where's my key? I just need a shim, which I forgot to put out. As we know, shims are important. So sliders this way, like that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Maybe my other follower with the hollowed out inside would make the job. Yeah, let's try this one. Very well. So we have the top pins, and as you can see, all the rotations are set correctly. We have the sidebar, which is here, and we have the sliders underneath. As you can see, the interactive is made differently. The hole is different also, so navigating your flag gives a bigger opening, and it's a bit, how I can say, it's a bit harder to locate the fourth one, but nothing too excessive. All right. So I'll show you the sidebar first, without losing the two tiny springs. So as you can see, the sidebar still has those tabs, which are used. Can I focus here? Not much. It still has the tabs that are used to get with the correct orientations, and then you have the part that will interact with the sliders. So everyone just works together. It's a well thought out piece. Get those springs out. Let's get the top pins out. Number 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We do have at least one key pin with false gate. Just try to focus here. All right. So this one has a false gate, as you can see. It's the only one I have in the lot. The others have the spooled section. And these sliders, you just want to put your thumb on them while removing the key, because they push up with the spring. This is the, just gonna move those up a bit. First one, only slippery one. Interactive. Whoa, sorry, I almost tilted the telephone. I think, yeah, the springs are in there. Just show you the springs. Alright, not gonna remove them for nothing. Keyway is a pretty wide open thing, nothing too complicated with the warding. Oh yeah, and the springs are falling now. There we go. And we have the infamous, there we go, countermilling. Dual countermilling for barrel drivers. The third chamber is left unmilled. On the other side, sadly, since you have the rotational limiter, there is only some slight countermilling on both sides of it. It does grab a bit, because since we're turning clockwise, we're hitting on that section, so probably on counterclockwise this lock would be even harder. but in a padlock I can't do that. So, and if we go for the drivers now, and this focus really doesn't want to play fair with me. We have barrels in the first, we have these serrated drivers in second, another serrated in third, which makes sense because there is no countermilling. Fourth is a standard with slightly rounded edges, not too sure why, just makes picking easier. And 5 also is barrel, and 6 also, which makes sense why I would fight with 4, 5 and 6 most of the time. Bunch of springs. The groove for the sidebar. 6 chambers. Nothing particular about the lock body itself. And I'll give you a close-up. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you the particularity of this. Oh boy, those things are small. So it's hard to see on camera, but when you're not in the true gate, there's a small ledge that prevents it from falling right into it. Well, the same goes if you're in a false gate. There is this tiny amount of ledge that prevents it from slipping in the true gate, so you have to release some tension and wiggle it, and this comes with the big chance of dropping some top pins or dropping previously set sliders. So I'll just give you a close-up on all these. There we go. So we have barrels in chamber 1, 5, and 6. Those serrated, weird serrated pins in 2 and 3, and a standard in 3. I would much rather see some mushrooms in there. I'll probably try swapping some in there and see what it gives instead of those serrated, because they don't offer much picking resistance in my opinion. Sidebar is very cool, and I had a very fun bidding to go with it. So this is it for the Medeco AWP padlock with an M4 core. I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.